It's time!
What's up, Chuds? It's your boy, the Chud Master. I wear blue because that's all I feel. Now I know, we all struggle with our attention spans, which is why I will put some Rocket League gameplay in the background for you. But don't worry, I'll be here in the corner just in case you'd rather see a face talking to you about stuff like this. And on today's Miserable Monday, we're talking about the feeling of not being enough, feeling like you're not doing enough, and feeling like you're behind in your own life compared to where other people are. But more importantly, how to overcome those feelings and be satisfied and proud of who you are. I want to clarify that I'm just a normal guy. I am not an expert in this field, so here's a preemptive, but I don't know, man. Just so if you fuck up your own life, it can't come back to me. Personally, I feel those two emotions a lot. I feel like I'm not doing enough or being enough. Like I'm 25 and I have friends that are married with kids, and I have friends that are unemployed. Okay, I'm that friend. And it's hard not to compare myself to the success of other people's lives, especially when they're so close to me. But that leads me to my first point. Comparison is the thief of joy. You gotta stop comparing yourself to other people, both people that are doing worse than you and people that are doing better than you. I've found that comparing myself to people who I feel that I'm ahead of in life makes me kind of stagnate. I stop doing things because I feel satisfied with where I am. I got fired back in September. I had my first big boy job. It was a good job. It was a well-paying job, and I got fired. I could have looked around and been like, well, some of my friends have part-time jobs. Well, some of my friends don't have a job. And that, I think, is a dangerous trap to put yourself in. I also could have compared myself to the people who have families, who have been in their well-paying jobs and their stable jobs for a long time. And then I would have just felt miserable about myself to the point where maybe I couldn't get out of bed and do the things that I needed to do to get myself back on track. And it's hard. It's so hard not to do, especially with social media, which show the highlights of everyone's lives all the time. So during the past 4 months that I've been unemployed, I've had to catch myself. I've deleted social media a handful of times. Just, I need a cleanse, right? Detox from it. Just look at yourself, where you're at, and what you want to do. And that leads me to step number 2, differentiating your dreams versus your reality. Some of you have dreams of changing the world. Some of you have dreams of being a big celebrity or being an influencer or something. How are you going to do all those amazing things if you can't even change yourself? And that's hard to hear, especially for me. Like, I really wanted to do YouTube. I feel that I'm good at this. I'm entertaining. I'm kind. But sometimes it just boils down to luck. And I'm not saying give up on your dreams. Like, I'm still doing YouTube, clearly. But be a little more realistic with yourself. Chances are I'm not going to be a YouTuber ever, right? And that sucks to hear, but it's also important to hear. So instead of being sad or getting discouraged about that, you do something that allows you to continue pursuing your dreams. I'm on unemployment. It's great. It helps me get food and pay my rent. Thank God. But once that runs out, I gotta do something. I need money. I have my own place. I need to keep myself alive. So once unemployment runs out, I'm going to get a job, even if it's something that I don't like or see myself in for a long time. But it's a holdover until I get a job that I do see myself in. And sometimes that's all work has to be. Work. And you could sit there and argue, well, that's not a great thing. We should be in a nation that gives you everything that you need, like your basic necessities of life. But we don't live in that reality, at least for right now. So until then, you got to do the things you don't want to get to the places that you do want to be. So we've established step 1, stop comparing yourself to others. And step 2, differentiate your dreams versus your reality. Now we're on to step number 3. Do something. Whoa! This is like in Morbius when he said it's Morbin time! I know. Cinema. We'll talk about reality first, because to be honest, it's way more important. Soon as you get to a point in your life where you're unemployed or you need to get a job, do it. And don't just like send him out on LinkedIn, call people, harass them. Just keep going, keep pushing. Because the worst thing they could do is say no, and then you're still unemployed. And then the best case scenario is you're constantly everywhere that they look, and so that they might give you a chance. That's happened a few times for me. I've gotten like to stage 4 in 4 interview rounds at different companies, and I didn't get any of them. Whoops. But now I'm on a list that if they can hire anyone at the position I'm looking for, they're going to reach out to me. And I have another one coming up this week, actually, and I'm in stage 4 again, meeting with a vice president of the company, and hopefully it works out. But if it doesn't, shit, I'm off to Harris Teeter. I'm off to Food Lion. I'm off to Publix. I guess I'm going to a grocery store. It's very important that you establish a baseline for yourself, regardless of whatever that is. You need to have something that you are doing consistently. 1, because it helps you get out of your own head. And 2, you do something. So when you come home at the end of the day, you're like, okay, I did XYZ. I'm good. For people that aren't looking for jobs, that might be making your bed, doing your laundry, getting a good meal, just doing something, keeping yourself consistent, giving yourself some sort of structure in your life. Rome wasn't built in a day, and becoming the person you want to be will not be done in a day either. So stop looking for that quick success, that quick dopamine hit. Do something that's hard, do something that's consistent, but eventually can lead you to where you want to be. So that's the boring stuff. Let's get on to your dreams. You just got to start. Wow, revolutionary. Whether that's you want to be an athlete or a musician or anything like that, you got to practice. You got to get good at something you're doing. And you're going to start out and you're going to suck. I did, and I still do. I've made 122 YouTube videos, and I've made 289 shorts, and I have not shit to show for it. But what I do have is people are starting to like what I do. When I started out doing my videos, I was getting comments like, "You're bad, you're terrible, this is so ass." Like, damn, bro, that sucks. But I didn't take that criticism personally. I just kept pushing. I kept trying to improve my content. And now I'm getting comments like, "Dude, this is awesome. This is so cool." Like, it's great. People are starting to like what I do because I'm putting effort into the things that I'm doing. But most importantly, you have to be good at being bad at things. And that sounds kind of paradoxical, but let me explain. I started out doing my first YouTube stuff like maybe 4 years ago, and I only have 147 subscribers now. That's not a lot, right? It's taken me that long to get somewhat decent at doing what I'm doing. But this is something I love to do, so I'm not going to give up on it. And that leads to my next point. Consistency. Like I said, I've been doing this stuff for 4 years and I've barely scratched the surface of what I'm capable of. And I have to be consistent in order to get better. And that's what I've been doing. And I have been getting better. You will too, but you have to be consistent. And if it's something that you start out on and you realize you have to put in some work to get good at it and you don't like it, is it something you wanted to do anyway? Be honest with yourself. If you see the hard work that you're putting in and you're okay with that and you keep going like I did, keep going. Don't stop. Just keep pushing. But also keep in mind, you need to keep yourself alive to be able to do the things that you want to do. Get your priorities straight. I would love to be good at YouTube, but I'd also like to eat something other than a peanut butter and jelly sandwich for lunch, as I've done for the last 4 months. So I've consistently been looking for jobs. It's not a fluke that I've gotten to stage 4 in a bunch of interviews. And sometimes it doesn't go your way, but don't let that discourage you. Keep going. Keep pushing. I got another one coming up. If that doesn't work out, I'll get a job somewhere, part-time, full-time. I don't care. I just need money. And then I can keep applying for places that I do want to work. And that allows me to keep doing this. It's a luxury. Doing this is a luxury. And dreams oftentimes are. Sometimes you got to give up on your dreams to live. And that sucks. But maybe this YouTube thing doesn't work out for me. That's okay. It would suck, but I'll get over it. Because I can then live. I can have the rest of my life to look forward to. Most importantly, and the final point of today's video, give it your all. Put in some effort. I started out doing this and I was just trying to get in a routine of getting videos uploaded, doing YouTube, getting in front of my computer, and it worked, but the stuff I was doing was low effort and was pretty bad. Now, I left all the videos up unlisted in a playlist if you want to see, but they're not good. They're just a couple of Rocket League games spliced together with my friends. Don't get me wrong, it was fun and I loved making those videos, but they're bad. They're not good videos. So it was a blessing and a curse, and I'm happy that I've been able to distance myself from that and try to move towards things that take effort, that take time. And you should do the same thing. Even if you start out just trying to get something out there, just doing something and it's terrible and it's awful and you hate it, but it helps you grow, then it's going to be worth it in the end. So that's it. Those are the steps that I took to help myself get out of this miserable state of existence that I was in. Step 1, stop comparing yourself to others. Step 2, differentiate your dreams versus your reality. Step 3, do something about it. Step 4, be consistent with what you're doing. And step 5, put your all into what you're doing. Give it your best shot. I believe in myself, and I hope that this video helps you start to believe in yourself too. Until next time. In the time it took me to edit this video, I got the job. So now this is a very happy first inaugural miserable Monday. So it all worked out in the end. I don't know if that helps someone. Maybe that's the evidence that you needed to try to do something yourself. Good luck out there. I believe in you. I think you can do it.
3, 2,